This looks like the weekly update for SNL. This is your weekly update with Jordan DeSantis. Ready, set, go! So, kids, today we are here to talk about the custody battle over our very own Spider-Man. I have some mixed opinions about this, mostly because I'm always like down with the monopoly, but then again I'm like, I really want Spider-Man to be in the MCU. So let's start by talking about what exactly is going on. Also, I'm of course joined by the lovely, tall Noah Carangella.
Hi, hello. Spider-Man's on your head.
I know, and I'm not going to take him off until he falls. He's going to stay there until he falls because I'm going to have hope that something is going to fix this.
What?
I thought you were going to blow it off.
No, he has a foot, like, hooked
in
into
my
your hair.
He's good. He's secure.
I think so.
Okay, so let's talk about what is actually going on in case you didn't know. So something that I like to title it is that when Sony and Marvel can't reach a deal, we all lose. Let's be real here, guys. This is a lose-lose situation because nobody wants Disney to acquire more than it already has, and everybody wants Spider-Man to stay in the MCU. So we're at like an extreme crossroads here. Going into they're re-talking this deal. Disney wanted a 50-50 co-financing thing. There are 3 Spider-Men on my head right now, and it's very hard to focus. But this is a boring topic, so watch the Spider-Man while I tell you facts. So they wanted a 50% co-financing stake in the 2 feature Spider-Man movies and possibly others in the franchise. So what Disney was saying is like, hey, this is making a lot of money, Sony. Let's go halvesies, split it, and we'll still continue to make billion-dollar movies. And Sony said, no, absolutely not. You can keep your 5%, which the 5% that they get is only on the first dollar gross, which is basically meaning that
the day it comes out.
Yeah, they only make money on the day that it comes out.
Which is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't. It's not like they need the money, but that's not fair.
It's not a great deal.
When they make the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get why Disney doesn't want to accept that again, but I feel like there is other ground. But I also really understand why Sony doesn't want to give up these characters.
Right.
Because Disney doesn't just want a 50% stake in Spider-Man; they want all
Venom,
of the Black
Cat, yeah.
All of those, which is part of the reason why
Sable.
Sony is like, just go away.
Yeah.
We'll handle it, because that's actually what they've said right now. Sony said that they think that they will be just fine without Kevin Feige.
I'm worried.
I'm very worried because
the Spider-Man movies
disagree.
are really good. The ones that they've made so far, the Far From Home and Homecoming, were really amazing, and I'm scared that they're not going to be. Because Sony has a bad reputation with Spider-Man movies.
They've tried it twice, and none of them has made as much money as the Spider-Man that just came out.
The first ones, I have to say, I really loved them.
Yeah.
And Andrew Garfield is, I mean, he's a good actor, but not my Spider-Man.
It wasn't as well fit as this was, and I just don't know that I trust them with him. But something that brings me comfort is that they're planning on keeping Tom Holland and John Watts, the director, to do them. They're just changing the producer. So they'll have, her name's Amy Pascal. She was the producer for Venom and Into the Spider-Verse.
Which I really liked both of those. I mean, Into the Spider-Verse is the best animated movie of, our time.
It's the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
but I don't think Venom did great, and I don't want my Peter Parker in that universe. Because we just have developed this whole, it is really dark, and I'm not a fan. No. Because, right now in the MCU, it's kind of uplifted. They went a little bit darker with Mysterio, but I'm just not, I don't like it. But another thing Sony came forward with is that they have, Venom 2 is already in the works, and Andy Serkis is going to direct. Yeah. Which, Andy Serkis is brilliant, so it has the potential to be, again, I don't want them to fail. I want them to succeed. I just don't see it happening.
I'm worried about them.
They're also doing Morbius, the Living Vampire.
Morbius, yeah.
Yup. Kraven the Manhunter. They're doing a movie based on him. And then they've been trying to get a Black Cat Silver Sable movie out forever. And it still hasn't happened. I'm telling you right now, if Marvel wanted to do it, it'd be done.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't release anything at Comic-Con about Spider-Man. Because they've been fighting. With Sony. I feel like this is really distracting. Is it really distracting?
I like it too much to end it.
Spider-Man Far From Home became Sony's highest grossing commercial film. It beat Skyfall because it got $1.109 billion, which is a lot of money for a movie like that. So again, I do see why Sony doesn't want to give it up, but what I predict to be happening, because everybody's freaking out because, oh no, Spider-Man's not going to be in the MCU, but nothing has been like concrete yet. There's still, what they said is a deal can still be reached, they just haven't yet. So it's discouraging for Marvel fans. But
on the other hand, like the MCU is going to change a lot right now anyways. So it might
be okay.
It might be okay.
I just don't like that he was in it and then he wouldn't be. I guess the main thing that would sell it for me is I would want the Marvel storyline and the Marvel's effect on Peter Parker to continue in the next 2 movies. Maybe he just doesn't interact with any of the Marvel characters.
Right.
So, like, he only interacts with the Spider-Man characters.
Same storyline, but not interacting with the MCU
So
characters.
instead of it being, like, a plotline movie, it would just be a Spider-Man movie. Like, Spider-Man and villains. Which, I mean, that's what we used to get.
Yeah.
It's just not what we're used to.
Or we could go for a new, like, Spider-Man plotline, because there's so many.
So many.
Yeah.
And there's so many different doors you could open. Because y'all know I love Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bring her out. I doubt they ever will. I don't think she'll ever come to the screen in that way. But hey, it would be cool. Cast me. My opinion, I want them to reach a deal because I want Spider-Man to stay in the MCU. I am hopeful that if he doesn't, the movies are still good. I just know that I'm not going to be nearly as invested. I'm not going to care half as much. And I feel so bad for poor Tom.
I know.
Tom Holland must be devastated because this was his dream.
Yes.
This was like the role for him. Like, he was Spider-Man in the MCU, got to work with all these people, and now because these 2 companies are fighting over money, he's going to lose out.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll still make money from the movies
he
regardless,
will.
and he'll get to play Spider-Man, but that's still disappointing because he was a part of something bigger. And that frustrates me. It frustrates me because, again, it comes down to money.
It could also be a ploy by Sony to get a better
More money
deal.
out of Disney?
Yeah,
I
more
think
money
so
out
too.
of Disney, which I would be definitely okay with because Disney owns too much already.
Yeah, pay them. Give them money.
Yeah.
My goodness. I'm so afraid of Disney. They own everything. They own everything.
Yeah, it's scary.
It is. It's very intimidating because it is what they warned us about in school about monopolies.
Yeah.
Because they're starting to control the majority of the entertainment industry, which means they can put forward anything that they kind of want because they control it. And it almost takes away the freedom in the entertainment industry, which I don't like.
Yeah.
Of course, if they were going to, like, want to hire me, I would say, yes!
Yeah.
Thank you!
Definitely.
I accept.
I want to be hired.
Because I grew up with Disney and I like them. It's just become something else.
Yeah.
Frightening. Also, so Marvel, because it's also the rights with Spider-Man are so divided up. Because Marvel owns the merchandising rights to Spider-Man, but Sony owns the screen rights to the solo films, all the way back to the 2002 Tobey Maguire film.
Right.
They own the screen rights. So even like Far From Home and Homecoming, they are Sony films with Columbia Pictures.
Yeah.
Guys, this is a big mess.
I will admit, things are getting pretty sticky.
I think everybody's freaking out. And it's probably going to all be fine.
I think eventually everything's gonna be okay, but I have no idea what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
My guess is it's going to turn out fine. Spider-Man will stay in the MCU. I really, really hope I'm not wrong because everybody, if you've been on my channel before, you know I have a personal stake in this.
They're fine.
I care deeply. Spider-Man's one of my favorite characters, so
he's my favorite superhero of all time.
it would be a real shame to see him go. And I really liked, like I said in my review of Spider-Man Far From Home, I liked the depth that they've added to the character.
Yeah.
I really like where they're going with
Really
him.
good.
So it would just be a shame to see a storyline compromised because 2 companies are fighting about money. At the end of the day, whatever, it's an industry. But I don't know. I just would hope that they would have
not fun to see the industry negatively affect the art of it.
It's just a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the big thing. I'm not gonna like scream and have riots or anything. It's just a bummer because I would hope that it wouldn't come to this.
I mean, but
especially
it also could be
because
fine.
it's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Don't take away Spider-Man.
I know.
I want Spider-Man!
Come on, man. What?
That's funny.
Jonah Jameson, comment below how you feel about this, because I'm genuinely curious. Because again, I'm kind of in the middle. I
Right.
really think that it could. I just don't trust that it'll be good without Feige, guys. I mean, Kevin Feige is brilliant. People have good track records, but he's had 10 consistent years of 23 successful films.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
That's a big deal. He hasn't had one flop in the Marvel Universe. Not one. And that's not something I don't think almost anyone else can say. Especially because it's not just 10 years of success, but 23 successful movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta hand it to him. And like, Amy Pascal's done a really good job too, and I don't doubt that she can do a good job. I just know that Feige, I think, knows the characters better.
Yeah.
He's more familiar with the universe that we're familiar with.
I think as long as the director and the main actor are the same, and as long as they...
Right.
I mean, because it really comes down to, artistically, and like the vision of it all comes down to like the director and the actors.
Yeah.
Well, but then we could get into all of the Spider-Man villains and all of their storylines, just like the old movies.
Yeah,
that,
and
that could
that's
be really
fun.
cool. Yeah, especially as Tom gets older.
Spider-Man villains are fun.
Yeah.
And like, if he grows up and graduates and is like photographer at the Daily Bugle, Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Ooh, I would live for that.
Yeah, I think we could have one more of him being
High
young.
school. Yeah.
And then, like, I mean, because
Spider-Man.
Tom is getting older, so
Yeah.
it makes sense to move on to the older Spider-Man plotline.
I'd love to see that. It would be so much fun. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And again, leave your comments below. I want to know what you think about this because my opinion is very much up in the air in the middle. I'm just kind of like, don't take Spider-Man. But in the end, I just hope it all works out okay. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, lovelies. Love you 3000. Bye! Okay, so breaking news. I had just finished filming the video and I looked on my phone and it said that Sony released a statement. So I was like, great, I just made all these opinions and now they're probably going to come out and say everything that I said is wrong. And yes, I got my new comic book today. And basically that's what they did. They said, actually, Disney's the one who said Feige shouldn't be producing the Spider-Man movies anymore because his workload is too heavy. So,
Which is fair.
Yeah, because he's done so much.
Yeah.
Which, lame. Whatever. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I just hope it all turns out for the best. My lord. So it's taking me forever to edit this video, but now the plot has thickened. The Lee family is in favor of Sony. Guys, what? What is going on? Because apparently they said they didn't treat Stan Lee well. Cameos don't cut it. That's a big deal. Damn! That's a huge bummer to find out that Disney and Marvel they didn't treat Stan Lee good enough and didn't respect his character. Why do people have to ruin good things? Just be nice to people. Jeez. This is crazy, guys. Oh well. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just hope that it turns out for the best. Whatever that means.
Cause your mama raised you better than that.
This looks like the week. Oh, I can't talk. This looks like the
Sports?
no.